Okay. Two things are happening here. Thing number one is I need to fix, there's like some kind of weird, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I need to fix this wall. This corner here has some sort of reverb that's really high and tinny, and I have some soundproofing at my storage unit, so I need to go get that. The bed situation. I don't want to say I made the bed situation worse. I just didn't really solve anything, and I wasted even more of my time than was already wasted on this project. I went to Home Depot, which is funny because Home Depot is like totally not my element. I am so unhandy and just unfamiliar with all the terminology and places to look in Home Depot. I don't know what I'm doing in there. Joe, I did look for that poplar board, but nobody in Home Depot knew what that was, and I Googled it, and it's like finishing wood, resurfacing wood, finishing wood. Again, everyone just kept pointing me to kitchens, and I don't know, no one really knew. So I decided to go with 2 pieces of plywood that were listed as $14. I hope I got that in the footage, but it was like $14.97 for these 2 pieces. All they had were 2 left. I really needed 4 of those, but I thought, well, I'll just get 2, and then if this works, I'll come back and get the other 2. When I got to the register, they rung up as $26 a piece, and I'm like, okay, the whole point of this is like I can just return this bed frame and get a bed platform, which is what I need. But my thinking was like, well, I'll just go buy something that will be cheaper than the $40 difference between the frame and the platform, and then, I don't know, hack, like some kind of a life hack, like I would cheat the system. But if it's gonna cost me $50 to put 2 pieces of shitty plywood down on my bed frame, that's just not worth it. I might as well like not look like I have a half-assed bed, right? So one last ditch effort, I go back, I asked the guy if he can cut a piece of plywood because the plywood's like $26, and I see if he can make a couple cuts. He said yes. I give him the dimensions. This is the important part. I told him the dimensions. I said it's 4 and some change by 6.5 inches. And he goes, okay, yeah, this piece will work fine. And then he loads it up on the cutting board and then measures it and go, oh, this piece isn't 4 feet wide. Okay, so whatever. God love him. But he had no idea what he was talking about. He had no idea what he was doing. I kept asking him questions on like what ideas he might have, and he just kept going ums and ahs. So it was a very unsuccessful trip, borderline. So I think at the end of the day, I'm just gonna have to return this bed frame and get a bed platform. I will say a couple things. One, I'm not gonna put my bed on the floor just because I did that for so many years of my life, and I don't know, at a certain point you're over that, and I'm well over that. 2, I've had this brand of bed before. I slept on 2 different sizes of this same brand, both without box springs, for probably a combined about 1.5 years, and they were great beds. So I'm not gonna get a box spring. I don't need a box spring. A box spring would probably be the most expensive solution to this problem, because box spring would probably be like another $200, $250, when the platform bed is like $100, and the frame that I bought was like 80 or 75, I think it was. So that's where it stands. More updates to come. Next, I need to figure out how to get all those pieces of metal to UPS when I don't have a box for it. Oh, in other news though, I don't know if you remember, that room was full of boxes, and now it's all cleared out. I don't really know what to do with that room right now. Right now I'm sort of just using it as an equipment room with some storage, but the floor is now completely cleaned off, so it's pretty much empty, but there's 2 closets on either side that I filled up and organized. It'll either be an equipment room, or I think when I finally get my bike here, I'll probably store my bike in that room, or it'll be a playroom for the little guy. I don't know.